Many years had gone by, and looking at the desert, many archaeologists and scientists thought, well, it's just a land full of sand. Exploring the Amazon forest might be a better idea. So they rushed to the rainforest, scavenging through to discover things that would help them understand the planets better. But things changed when they realized that there's more than meets the eye. Hello guys, and welcome to our channel. Today we're going to be looking at the mysterious nature of the hottest place on Earth and everything that has been found on these barren lands. But before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and slap that notification bell. So without any delay, let's carry on with the video. Now, if you see the location of this insanely massive heap of sand, you would be surprised how perfect it is for vegetation and life to thrive. But it isn't. This begs the question, how? You see, the Sahara is a perfect place that could have been a great beach towards the west, where you could sunbathe near the Atlantic Ocean, Red Sea and the Mediterranean Sea, but it isn't. Now, the researchers claim that it might not have always been the case. The Sahara Desert hasn't always been as unforgiving as it was 100 centuries ago. The desert was a thriving platform for flora and fauna with lakes, rivers, forests, and grasslands. But something changed, something as small as a change in the Earth's position on its axis. Or it could be the old shepherd feeding his goat, initiating the butterfly effect, where these herbivores overgraze the skin of the earth, removing plants from the ecosystem that plays a huge role in moisturizing the air for frequent rainfall, coupled together with fire to manage land and make homes in the area for living, as speculated by David Wright. But a bright geologist like Jessica Tierney always knows that Earth on its own course cycles these transformations, where Amazon could be the next Sahara and vice versa. But we won't live that long to notice. But this makes so much sense as we can see things gradually happening in our relatively short lifetime. Well, not really, but there have been a lot of instances where archaeologists found never-before-seen whale fossils that made them cancel their Amazon flight. I mean, they speculate from fossils that these whales had legs. Now imagine that for a change. I mean, is there a possibility that they could evolve from dinosaurs? Well, anyway, these whales are said to be 43 million years old, and they're now extinct. They were herbivores. It's even hard to imagine whales having seaweed for breakfast. But they did have a unique feature of skull, as said by researchers, and they said that their lower jaws were structured in such a way that they had a superior chewing capacity, or in other words, raptorial feeding style. Some researchers even claim that their days where they could be the god of death to all the creatures living during those days, and so they named it Phonorecords Anubis, after the Egyptian god of death with a dog's head for a face who conducts the afterlife. But there's no doubt that it was the beast of those days, but since they were herbivorous, I guess they made a good pet, considering the tendency to meet and greet a fellow Homo sapien, and the humans then made a lot of money selling fresh whale milk. It seems as though these whales slowly lost legs and grew fins to better adapt with the new aquatic environment over the course of 10 million years. And for the record, they also found fossils of prehistoric dinosaurs, fishes, snakes, turtles, crocodiles. You get the idea. This one isn't haunted, at least for us, but it's treated much like a geological monument. Now, geologists speculate the whole masterpiece to be an eroded dome with 40 kilometers diameter. The elliptical formation was first thought to be created by a meteor impact, but it was indeed highly unlikely for it to be an impact crater, as an impact means that it should have more depth, and the rocks present in the crater are nothing celestial, but are entirely Earth-based. The Eye of Sahara, or better known as Richard Point, was a reference point for space dwellers, as it was a clearly visible object from miles above the stratosphere. Scientists are scratching their heads looking for a way to explain this massive eye carved onto the surface of the Earth, and erosion might be plausible at this point, and then the wind blew in some sand. But a more bizarre theory suggests that this could be the ruins of Atlantis. Now let's go back in time where Stoics were at a high stature, and look at Plato's dialogues. Timaeus and Critias, where Athens and Atlantis, an island, were sworn enemies. Atlantis was more likely a capital of the dynasty. Plato describes it as an island located 9 kilometers from the sea, and the hill was surrounded by 3 water rings and 2 land rings with a kilometer of land, where there was a royal palace and temples right at the center. This is very similar to where the eye of the Sahara is, and with the continents drifting about an inch a year, this could possibly explain the slight displacement. Well, it does not sound too far-fetched to me, but comment down below what you think because we'd really love to know. There are other theories which include UFO landings, but let's not go there for now. Earth had a visitor. This might just be the wisest rock on Earth, as scientists say that carbon dating of this rock showed that it is 4.56 billion years old, which makes it older than the blue planet itself. Well, Earth is approximately 4.54 billion years old. It means that this rock existed when the solar system was 2 million years old. The team behind this rock, led by Jean-Aly Barrat from France, speculate that this rock could be a space debris from a planet destroyed or merging of a bigger rocky planet as they formed closer to the Sun. The rock is named ERG Czech 002 or EC002. They also claim that these rocks are more likely the last of its kind. The rock is very rich in silica when it should have more iron like other magma solidified rocks, and it does not fit in any category, and they speculated that the rock must have been baked at a whopping 1220 degrees Celsius and should have taken it at least millions of years to be what it is now. About 6,000 years ago, the largest freshwater lake on Earth was in the Sahara Desert. The lake tells researchers the story about climate change and how a 360,000 square kilometer lake boiled down to 355 square kilometers, and it could also be civilizations drawing water from it. The scientists confirmed that the climate change was abrupt, but the Sahara dried up in just a few hundred years. The lake is known as the Mega Chad. But this is very interesting, as the Sahara Desert is the reason why the Amazon rainforests are so vibrant. Now, the Amazon gets heavy rainfall that washes away all of the nutrients from the humus or the topsoil, and it's replaced by phosphorus-rich million tons of dust storming across the Atlantic. Reports show that the Amazon gains 22,000 tons of phosphorus from the Sahara each year, which also includes the dust from the former lake. Now, Bodele Depression has been naturally exporting these minerals to the Amazon for 1,000 years. Well, didn't the world get a little bit more mysterious? Answers to these questions could quench a lot of issues in the future and clear a lot of names from the myths. I'm very excited to know more and bring them to you. So, if you're new here, please consider subscribing, and if you like watching videos like this, then hit that notification bell to not miss any new updates. It would show us that we are doing something good and it motivates us. And comment down below what you think about these discoveries and let us know what you would like us to cover. Thank you so much for watching, take care, stay safe, and we will see you next time on the channel.